So good day guys, this is John. So I'm going to talk about teaching decoding. So what is teaching decoding? Teaching decoding happens when kids use their knowledge of letter sounds, relationships to correctly pronounce written words. That includes more than just knowing the sounds of individual letters. Kids need to know concepts like letter patterns. In addition, decoding is a key skill of learning to read. It involves using letter sound relationships to pronounce written words. Many kids learn to decode through structural literacy instructions. So, for further idea or knowledge for teaching decoding, I'm going to play a video in relation to this. So, what are you waiting for? Let's watch together.
Okay guys, so we had one of our wonderful YouTube subscribers to ask about a decoding strategy. And so there's lots of them, but I didn't want to overwhelm you with too many. So I just picked out two that I used in my classroom and that my daughter has used. And so in her notebook, I make it for her and it says, when I don't know a word. And so these are two choices. So the first one is called slip and slide. And what she'll do if she chooses this one, she'll put her hand where you see the little hand marks and she'll sound out the pieces of a word. So her hand would go here to cover this and she'd say that sound, then say this sound, then say the ending sound. The next one is called Chunky Monkey. And so for this one, she's chunking out pieces of the word that she knows. And so for this one, usually children who can make connections to other words or where they've seen those sounds, they can use Chunky Monkey. All right, so here is an example of her using the strategies. So I want you to look at the story and I want you to circle a word that you don't know. Okay. So what strategy do you want to use for this one?
Chunky monkey. Slip and slide.
Okay.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
So what word do you think that is? Slide your finger across and what word is that?
House.
Okay. So that's how you work with them on that one. So that might take a while and you may have to help with those sounds, like the beginning of the word, that sound, and then what OU, what that sound makes, and then what SE makes so that they don't think that they need to sound out that E. That's how you practice those decoding skills. And you do it before they read because you want them to feel comfortable reading so that when they get to that word, it's circled with a different color, so that already triggers their brain to try a strategy. So the next one is a different text, and let's watch this strategy. So go ahead and look at that story, and for this one I want you to use Chunky Monkey.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me why you circled that word that way.
Because I see ink in the last letters I see sometimes, and I see ER in some letters. In some letters I see sometimes also.
Okay, in some letters or some words? Okay.
Words, I mean.
No problem. Okay, so you see ing in some of your words. What does ing say?
Ing.
Okay, and you see er in some of your words. What does er say?
Er.
Okay, so then try to sound out that word since you know those chunks.
Ing. ing, ing,
So what word? Go ahead and slide it across, and what word do you think that is?
finger.
Good job. Okay, and so once they've done that, you see that they can make connections on their own. So the example where she chose slip and slide, if you wanted to, and this is totally up to you all, and it sometimes is up to what the child likes. For my daughter, she likes to just circle, and that gives her her visual cue that she needs to decode this word. For Chunky Monkey, this is more for children who need to see how to decode it. So when they get to that word, it's already circled for them, but more importantly, it's also chunked. So they're not sitting waiting to figure out what strategy to do. They know, because they can see it, to go ahead and start using that particular strategy for that word. Hope that helps.
Reading Horizons teaches students 2 decoding skills for syllabication. It shows them what patterns to look for to know where to divide a multisyllable word, and then they're able to prove each vowel sound within each syllable according to the skills they already know. Decoding skill 1 is still staying consistent with our process, marking everything underneath the word left to right first. But once we realize we've got more than one working vowel, we're going to change our process slightly. We're no longer going to come up and around the end of the word. We're going to come back to that first vowel that we marked and look at what's immediately following it. When we have one consonant following that vowel or in between our vowel sounds of that multisyllable word, then we will apply decoding skill 1, and that is that 1 will run. That one consonant will move on with the next vowel, so we will divide in front of 1, and then we're able to prove those vowel sounds within those syllables according to the skills that we know. See if you can decode this word using decoding skill 1. Mark the vowels underneath. Move back to the first vowel. When we see that we have only one consonant following the vowel, we know that 1 will run, and we divide in front of the consonant. Decoding skill 2 is the same process, working underneath the word left to right. Realizing we've got more than one working vowel, we will come back to that first vowel and look at what's immediately following it or in between our vowel sounds. Decoding skill 2 tells us that when we have 2 consonants following that vowel or in between those vowel sounds, those 2 will split. And then again, we're able to prove those syllables according to the skills that we know. See if you can decode this word using decoding skill 2. Again, mark the vowels underneath. Move back to the first vowel. When we see that we have 2 consonants following the vowel, we know that 2 will split, and we divide between the consonants.
Did you learn something? Good! So, that's for this video. Thank you for watching and stay safe. Bye!